morning, everyone. In behalf of my Chief PIO, I will be presenting to you the concerns on window hour policy and the deployment of HPG personnel. This is the scope of my presentation. Next, please. The Unified Vehicular Volume Reduction Program, or the number coding scheme, is a traffic congestion scheme which bans private and public utility vehicles from plying the roads on weekdays. The next slide will show us the plates ending with the following numbers are covered with the number coding scheme on the following days. For Monday, we have 1 and 2. Tuesday, 3 and 4. Wednesday, 5 and 6. Thursday, 7 and 8. And Friday is 9 and 0. Last November 1, 2016, we extended the no window hour policy from 8 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. along EDSA, C5, Roas Boulevard, Alabang Zapote Road, Mandaluyong City, Makati, Las Piñas, to include the radial roads from Radial Road 1 to Radial Road 10 and the circumferential roads to include C1 to C6. Shown on the screen are those vehicles who are automatically exempted with this scheme, based on the Memorandum Circular of the MMDA Series number 3, Series 2011. Number 1 is the emergency vehicles with permanent markings. Sino-sino po to sila? We have here the ambulance, fire trucks, police patrol cars, military vehicles that have permanent markings, all exempted from this numbered coding policy. Even privately owned fire trucks and ambulances are unaffected by this scheme, as long as, ito pong pinaka-importante, as long as they are properly and permanently marked. Official vehicles of the media, kayo po yun, are exempted, provided din po that your vehicles are permanently and properly marked na media po. So number 2, vehicles for medical emergency and or military purposes. Ano po to sila? We have here cars carrying patient that needs immediate medical attention are free to use the road even if it's fall under number coding policy. Using hazard lights could indicate their emergency. However, meron po tayong mga taong kunyari nag-hazard light lang. Please be careful. It may not look pretty if the authority will caught you. Moreover, vehicles that were directed by someone in authority in the government is likewise exempted, provided that they are for military relief or emergency purposes. Lastly, cars that are en route to carry relief goods to calamity-stricken and highly depressed areas are also exempted from apprehensions. Number 3 is the vehicles, government vehicles and diplomatic vehicles. Vehicles with red plates or with proper LTO stickers and permanent markings are also exempted on this number coding scheme. However, the name of the government agency or office should be visible. In addition, vehicles of the members of the Congress with official issued LTO protocol plates are also exempted as long as they are being used for official functions. Moreover, diplomatic plates or those cars that are used for foreign diplomats as issued by the Department of Foreign Affairs are not to be apprehended by the authority. These vehicles were issued diplomatic plates that they are easy to recognize. Number 4 is the MMDA accredited tow trucks. Only MMDA accredited tow trucks and companies and their trucks are exempted from this scheme. Their accreditation paper should also be present when requested by the authority. And last, the motorcycles. Motorcycles are not affected by the expanded number coding policy. However, they should comply with the rules of motorcycle helmets as provision under our Republic Act 10.054. Next slide will show us those vehicles that are allowed to file for exemption, provided they will be approved by the MMDA. Number one is the school buses and company shuttle vehicles, yung mga unmarked vehicles na media practitioner, emergency care doctors, persons with disabilities, vehicles for perishable goods, Department of Tourism accredited tourism vehicles. Pero hindi po ibig sabihin na pwede silang mag-apply, ma-approve na agad, depende po sa appreciation ng MMDA. Next slide will show us the comparison of travel time and speed along EDSA. Kung nandun po. Makikita po natin dyan yung before the new administration from January to May hanggang sa new administration na nag-implement tayo ng no window hour policy. Makikita po natin sa graph na yan that there is only a slight improvement along EDSA with regard to travel speed by car, by bus, and the travel time by car and also by bus. So makikita po natin a slight difference lang po. Pero the next slide, the next previous slide, next po. Next. The shown in the slide is the updated record from MMDA that shows the comparison of the 2 weeks with the window and no window hour policy was implemented. Shown in the slide is the with window hour policy. From Rojas Boulevard to Monumento during Mondays, travel time using your cars will take us 48 minutes and 16 seconds. From Monumento to Rojas Boulevard will take us 1 hour and 24 minutes. The average time is 1 hour and 6 minutes for Mondays only yan. And for Fridays, mayroon po tayong ang average time natin is 14 minutes and 63 seconds. Yan po yung travel time natin nung nagkaroon tayo ng window hour. Pero nung tinanggal na natin po yung non-window hour policy, medyo gumanda po yung takbo natin sa EDSA. Next please. As shown on the slides are the result of the no window hour policy na kinandak natin since November 1 until present. Nakikita po natin dyan na compared to the last week of October, mayroon po tayong improvement ng nangyayari sa EDSA. For Monday, nakikita po natin sa previous slide, it will take us 1 hour and 06 minutes. Pero nang pagdating natin dito, nagiging 46 minutes na lang ang average time nila traveling from north to south, south to north using our EDSA road. So long as some other days, makikita po natin dyan, there is really an improvement sa pagta-travel natin. Next slide please. Under the implementation of the phase 2 ng IAC po natin, we removed our HPG personnel along EDSA and we transferred it to some major route in the Metro Manila like Commonwealth, C5 and NAIA-X. So doon po natin na-concentrate ulit kasi the reason is naka-in place na po yung concept natin dyan sa EDSA at nandun na rin po yung mga MMDA, binalik na natin sa kanila. Using the same template, no, if applicable doon sa mga route na yan, yun po ang pinapatupad ng mga person natin sa HPG ngayon with the aid ng mga MMDA and local traffic enforcers and mga local volunteers. So yan po ang deployment natin. We deployed 242 personnel along those 3 major routes in Metro Manila. We divided that route into sectors Yan din po ang ginawa natin dito sa EDSA para mas madali natin makontrol. No? Each sectors, we have the sector commanders and their personnel. For NAIAX, we divided NAIAX into 7 sectors with a total of 64 personnel. 64 personnel covering the 2 shifts, the morning and the afternoon shift. For C5, meron lang po tayong 5 sector. The same, sector 1 and first shift and second shift din. For Commonwealth, 2 sector lang po with a total of 53 personnel. So yun po yung recapitulation ng personnel natin na na-deploy natin sa 3 major route ng Metro Manila. No? Hindi pa po kasali yan yung mga local traffic enforcers natin, yung MMDA meron din po sila. So that's only for the HPG deployment. Next please. Shown on the screens are some action pictures na nakuha natin along C5. Our HPG personnel are conducting coordination doon sa mga local executive or local personnel natin doon to have a smooth and well-planned traffic and direction control sa along C5. Next please. Yan po. Tinuturuan din po ng mga personnel natin yung mga local traffic enforcer doon, yung mga volunteers and as well as the MMDA. Kasi po pag na-in-place na rin po natin yung concept dyan, yung template dyan sa major route na yan, yung 3 major route, aalis na rin po yung personnel natin. So that's the end of my presentation. Any questions?
Sir, pinanggit na nag-improve yung travel time sa EDSA.
Opo.
Anong specific time yun, sir? Meron ba kayong specific time po? Yung rush hour, nag-improve ba?
Based po doon sa record natin, no, ang implementation po ng no window hour policy natin is 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So between 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. po sir, yan po yung record ng data natin.
So walang specific time. Kasi usually sir, ang talagang peak ng traffic is rush hour.
Yes po. Pero cover yung ano sir?
Sir, pagkatapos ng rush hour, talagang mabilis na siya.
Yes sir. Pero yung no window hour policy natin sir is cover yung rush hour doon. From 7 to 8 ng gabi.
So more than 20 minutes yung nag-improve.
Yes sir, opo.
Paano natin na-determine yan? Yes.
We have records from MMDA, no? Sila po yung nagre-record ng mga travel time natin using cars or buses.
Sila mismo nagtatrabaho.
Opo.
Any other questions? Wala na po. So that would be all for this morning.